Hello and welcome to this MBL course on Scottish rural property, a roundup of key topics. I'm Rose James, an associate in the rural business team at Brodie's, based at home in Skye, and I'm joined by my colleague Catherine Merchant, also a solicitor in the rural business team based in our Edinburgh office. We're going to deliver an introduction to community rights to buy, agricultural leases and residential leases. And to break things up, Catherine is going to start us off with community rights to buy. I will then discuss the types of residential tenancy commonly found in the private rented sector in Scotland. I will hand back to Catherine to speak about agricultural tenancies. And lastly, I will conclude with a residential legal update.
So, starting with the original preemptive right to buy. This right to buy was introduced by the Land Reform Scotland Act 2003, and it gave communities throughout Scotland the opportunity to register an interest in land and buy that land at an independently assessed market value once offered for sale. It's a preemptive right to buy, which means that it's triggered by a proposed sale of land. Originally, it related only to communities with a population of 10,000 or less. However, from 15th of April 2016, it was extended to include urban settlements, including towns and cities, as well as rural settlements. The preemptive right to buy can only be exercised by an eligible community body, which must either be a company limited by guarantee, a Scottish charitable incorporated organisation, or a community benefit society. There are specific rules about the formation of the community body, which include requirements that it must not have fewer than 10 members, that at least 3/4 of the members of the body are members of the community, that members of the community have control of the body, and that any surplus funds or assets are applied for the benefit of the community.
The Scottish Government has noted that rent levels, as set by the market in the private rented sector, can be unaffordable for some tenants in some areas, with rent increases sometimes substantially above the rate of inflation, leading to people struggling to find suitable rented homes. And in response to this, the government is committed to introducing long-term rent controls in Scotland. Existing protections around rent increases for tenants who have a PRT include requiring a landlord to give at least 3 months' notice of any proposed rent increase, and rent cannot be increased more than once in a 12-month period. Currently, as a result of the cost of living crisis, there are also extra temporary emergency protections in place, which were introduced in October 2022. These measures restrict the amount by which a landlord can increase the rent under PRTs and assured, including short assured tenancies, with some exceptions.